Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. My name's Katie, lovely to meet you all. This is our second video of fun gun dog games for pet dogs. The first video explains all about the stop whistle and the stop cue itself, and we run through the first game of how to train it in. This is our second video for the second game, so feel free to check out the first video if you haven't already. We'll explain all about the stop whistle, the stop cue itself, how it works, why it's useful, and one game to kind of entertain it, I guess. This is the second video we're going to shoot today, so yeah, tune in, have some fun, send me your videos back in response, and we'll get cracking with some training. So let's crack on with our second game. This game is very useful for dogs that have a high chase drive, so if that sounds like your sort of dog with quite high energy, likes chasing balls, toys, treats in fact, then this video is definitely going to be one for you to try out, okay? Quite similar to the first video in terms of creating some distance from your dog as well. So again, with stop whistle, we really struggle to get that distance from our dogs, with us saying all the time to our dogs, so please hang with me, stay with me, be with me. So creating distance is quite challenging. So we're going to use a bit of a remote throw. So for instance, pretend to throw a toy out or a ball or a bit of food out for your dog. They'll run out to an area where they think the ball's going to land. It obviously won't have landed there because you won't have thrown it. Then they'll look back at you and go, what's happening? Where's the ball gone? Help me out, please. You'll then at that point blow your stop whistle with your hand in the air with the ball in your hand as well, or say the word stop and throw the ball at your dog. So that explains in essence what we're going to do with the dog today. So we're going to get out Humphrey probably for this little test here, let's call it, see how he gets on. At the same time with kind of demonstrating it to you, I'll of course then run through some things that might have got wrong or things that you might want to kind of think about whilst you're training it as well, and hopefully answer a few of your questions along the way. Okay, so feel free to carry on watching. We'll get a dog out, we'll have a little game of this, we'll have a little go of this game, and we'll see how we get on. Hi guys, so slight change of plan. This of course isn't Humphrey. She is our other staffy at this home. She's called Taz, she's a lovely dog. She's very much older than Hump, probably about 11 years old. Humphrey's decided it's bedtime now, so that's why we've got Taz out. So ironically, yeah, the older staff's out to play. It'd be quite nice for you guys to see a different dog though, see how they work. Of course, it's all about encouraging you guys to try different gun dog games with all sorts of different types of dogs. So this is again another first for her. She's never trained stop cue before in her life, so we'll definitely have an experiment and see how it goes along. What I'm using today is big bits of carrot for visibility and to keep her with me because she's one to go with any sign of anything in the background. And Tess, what's this? Good girl, yeah! Just saw a pigeon in the back there. And we've also got Squeaky Bus, which is quite one of their favourite toys to play with, and a little ball. So all I'm going to do is just go to throw out a bit of carrot. Ready, steady. Stop. Time. So I don't know if we'll keep that footage in, but in case we do, had a slight mishap with the carrots. Being a stash is quite high arousal, and toys don't normally come out. Tess, what's this? Good girl. Toys don't normally come out, obviously, with her being quite the grabby dog. So she did go a bit wild with the ball, bless her, but we got her back, and this is all it's about. What's this, Goody Goody? Good girl. We did get her back, and we did get her re-engaged. That's all the important thing. So a couple of things to be aware of the stop whistle. As you saw, arousal does go quite high, so I really would recommend just scratching some food on the floor for them. So like I'm doing now, just popping some carrot on the floor, just to bring the arousal right back down again, to really manage it. Just avoid any frustration behaviours or anything like that. Second thing to be aware of, again, you've got to have timing quite well. So like I just showed here, we'll show you one more time. Ready, steady. Stop. Timing's got to be quite good in order to get them focused on you and to really capture that freeze behaviour. So that's what we're talking about, is that freeze and that eye contact. So one more time. Stop. Yeah, good girl. And also to get the carrot nice and on top of them as well, or whatever you're throwing out for them. Tess, come. Yes, good girlie. Nice. One of the key things again is to get the carrot or whatever you're throwing on back to them as the reward, really in their area, okay? If you go to throw it out and it doesn't quite land in their area, then what might happen, Tess, good girl. What might happen is that your dog might dive from the stop cue or from the stop position away from it. And then every other time you train the stop cue and they believe that's what they're meant to do to get the food is to bounce from one area to another area and then cause a bit more of a kind of movement stop rather than a static stop. So be aware of that as I'll show you one more time. Ready, rally them up. Go to throw it out. Stop. Throw the food at them or on top of their back. Oh, Tazzy girl. Come here. It's alright. It's okay. Quite an example there we just shown you. Ideally don't do that in practice, but again if you've got a larger dog then that might be the case. Good girl. Come here. Have a go yourselves. What we may do is put a little bit extra in the comments below about how to get this really cute well. But if you do have a go at it, want to send me your videos forward, please do have a go. There are a few things to be aware of to make sure you do play stop whistle games in every sort of situation. So try not to just play this game with your dog, try to play all the games we're going to show you and demonstrate to you. If we do kind of get a good well-rounded stop cue in different games, and hopefully in that respect the dog will understand the stop cue in every situation rather than just the one situation. I think she's pretty tired now. I think I'm ready to call it quits as well. We've gotten so far, let's end on a high. Have a go, finish your video, see how you get on. Hi, both dogs wanted to come out for a little bit of an outro for you guys. Hopefully you got a bit jealous when you realise what Taz has been up to. Just want to say a few things first of all about the stop whistle and the stop cue in this game. Just a few things to be aware of is, again, as I mentioned just before, arousal is quite an important thing to consider with this game. If your dog is one to be quite highly aroused when it comes to chasing things, be careful of that and really encourage some down, calm time afterwards. So maybe do a few reps of that sort of game and then go to scatter feeding, as I showed you before with Taz, just to ensure that your dog doesn't go too high over that spectrum and cause some frustration behaviours. Second of all, if your dog isn't that into chasing, it might be firstly that your item isn't as valuable for them as the environment would be around them. So figure out what your dog's main love of life is. For my dog at home, my little spaniel Riley, his love is a ball, so a ball is used for him with this chasing game. For these guys, carrots genuinely wins them over. The squeaky bus head on my arm is again their top favourite, but if I gave her that, then we'd never see it back again. So that's the reason why we didn't get that one out. Again, think about if your dog isn't chasing, how you can encourage them to do other things like this. So using place boards, for instance, which I'll show you in the next video, is quite a cool one to use. So we use place boards for older dogs perhaps that might not be as mobile as Taz or Humphrey are. We'll show you that again in the next one. There's some spare carrot on the floor, hence why he's sniffing quite a bit on the floor there. As I said before, give it a go, see how you think of it. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a buzz on my mobile, all over my Facebook page and on my website as well. Give us a like and subscribe on the YouTube channel as well if that's okay, that would be awesome. And yeah, if these guys can do it, honestly anything can do it. So these guys are run-of-the-mill rescues, both Staffy crosses, both quite old, so again have some joint problems. Still have a real big zest for life, as you could tell. So yeah, these guys are inspiration really. That's why I wanted to use something a little bit different for gun doggy type drills to show you that anything, any breed, any kind of dog can manage this behaviour. So yeah, have a go, give it a try, and I'll see you guys soon.